In 30 minutes, broadcasting's finest duo will hit the airwaves. And prepare for the incomparable Opie and Anthony Show. Only a show this big could have a pre-show this good. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Pre-Show with Sam Roberts.
Welcome and good morning. It's the Opie and Anthony Pre-Show. 866-WOW-1-WOW, 866-969-1969 if you want to be a part of what we do every morning here on the Opie and Anthony channel, which is this pre-show. We talk about everything that could be coming up today on the always unpredictable Opie and Anthony show, as well as everything that went down on yesterday's show, live from the tiny little studio on the side of the major Opie and Anthony studio, so we can look through the looking glass and watch Opie and Anthony as they enter the room, as they prepare for another big show. I already see people waiting on hold to talk about what they want to talk about. I will get to you, so don't you dare move. If you want to join them, call up now, 866-969-1969. Big show today, big show yesterday. It was a show that, it was a learned show yesterday. A lot of information given about a lot of people. Sal had a moment to shine, I guess you would say. Roland had a moment to shine. Seth Rogen on the show yesterday. And Dennis. Dennis, your old school radio pal, had a moment to shine. And, of course, Marion from the retarded Laverne and Shirley, Lady Di and Marion, were featured on yesterday's show. But as we're learning about people, let's first find out what we learned about Dennis Falcone yesterday as he entered the studio, and we talked to him about his new favorite hobby. Let's move to track 9.
So what's going on here? Who wants to meet who again?
Dennis.
Just wanted to say hello to Anthony's sister.
Cool.
That's all.
Well, I wanted to meet Dennis, too, because I wanted to talk to him about Anthony's 4th of July party, because there's going to be a big bash. My birthday is also around that time. And we thought, who better to spin the tunes, right?
Than Denny Falcone and the hard drive of hits.
And he could do his trick.
Everyone else was booked, huh?
Right. Yes, his trick.
His trick.
What's his... Oh, that
he
trick.
blows himself.
Well, I know that trick. I thought there were more tricks.
Come on, Bright Eyes, do your trick.
But if it's one of Anthony's typical parties, it's really, no one's really going to care much, Anthony.
That is true.
Put that on your flyer, Dennis.
He doesn't like to own up to it, but if he finds out that he's getting more gigs because people are under the impression that he can blow himself, I think if he doesn't know how to do it, he'll teach himself to do it. The rumor is strong, though. There's a lot of rumor as to how Dennis acquired that skill. I heard he had his bottom rib removed. So to increase the flexibility, some people say the shaft is just so long, it's less work for him than it is for most people. And if you listen to the way Dennis talks, he's got to be packing a hell of a mule. That's what everybody says around here. A lot of the girls talk about Dennis Falcone. But yes, to my knowledge, after everything I've heard, he indeed can perform oral sex. He can fellate himself, which is quite a talent among the other many talents that the great, worldly, godly Dennis Falcone has. He's all over the Sirius XM radio dial, and he was talking about his newest job yesterday as well. Let's go to the next Dennis track.
But I got a nice letter. Could I read my nice letter on
Wow,
the
what is this?
I hope it's from Sirius XM and it begins, "We regret to inform you."
It's a Dennis.
I hope it's one you're going to leave after your next activity.
Just wanted to give you an email of a fan. At 61 years old, I may not be the typical XM subscriber since I'm as likely to be listening to Opie and Anthony as I am to be listening to 60s on 6.
Wow.
Actually, it was because of you on O&A that I listened to you on the 60s. So you guys have moved another listener to another part of the platform.
That's great. We've chased a fan away to another channel.
He enjoys me on here and enjoys me on the 60s.
And
I just wanted to thank you for that.
60s.
And I'm also on the 70s, too, now on the weekends.
Oh, yeah. I've heard that.
I'm Dennis, the 70s menace.
Oh.
Is that what you call yourself?
No, he doesn't. No,
Dennis
he
the 70s Menace.
Oh, my God.
Holy shit, I love it.
I thought of that name, and I thought of you guys, how much you'd
Did you
appreciate
see it in lights and then it explodes?
I see it on the screen, and
Dirk
it looks
Diggler.
boss.
I just see this name. It's up in lights, and then it's so strong, it's so bright that it just explodes. Dirk Diggler.
Jack, could you call me? Could you call me Dennis the 70s Menace from now on? Jack.
Yeah. And then, all right, Danny Falcone, you get the Jack. Dennis the 70s Menace. Oh, I'm sorry.
So, Dennis the 70s Menace, Jack tells me you've got quite a tiny, thin head on you.
May I see it?
He could be Dirk Diggler the way he can blow himself. Apparently, that's what I've heard. But it's fun watching the evolution of Dennis Falcone, and as he feels more and more comfortable in that studio. I don't understand Dennis the 70s Menace. Couldn't you just as easily be called Dennis the 60s Menace? What does 70s and Menace have to do with each other? He's already on the 60s channel, so shouldn't he have been known as Dennis the 60s Menace? Why do you have a different name? There's no mistaking Dennis's voice. There's no mistaking my voice, but that's why I go by Sam Roberts everywhere I go. Sal heard another theory. I told you I heard he had his bottom rib removed. Sal heard that his neck has the flexibility of a giraffe, and he's able. I think it's because he has such a pinhead that his neck, it doesn't have the weight that most of us have on our necks. So he's able to actually flex his neck all the way down the way a giraffe will reach for a leaf on a eucalyptus leaf on the highest of all branches. Dennis will reach for a taste of his own penis, his own manhood. But again, all theories, because we have not found out from Dennis how he achieves this. Let's go to Lou. Lou in Jersey, welcome to the pre-show.
Hey, good morning, Sammy.
Good morning.
Well, it didn't take long for Marion to throw her friend Lady Di under the bus again.
There is only one couple that is on the minds of all the Opie and Anthony fans, and I guess some people are tired of hearing about him, but I don't know. Opie says that he gets a lot of complaints on Twitter about Lady Di and Marion, but all I get is people talking about how great they are, and people like Lou in Jersey who want to call and give their theories and talk about Lady Di and Marion.
Well, personally, I cannot stand Marion. I feel for Lady Di and her addictions, but let me tell you something. What they said, they've been friends for 20 years, and I like how she also mentioned that she was going to work yesterday. Really entertains the listeners.
Well,
but your show has done more for Lady Di to try to help her, try to get her the blood work, got her the internship, than Marion has. Marion throws her under the bus every single time she can, every opportunity.
I think that's right. Thanks, Lou. We give her cash. We get her blood work. We hook her up with doctors. We would like to help Lady Di. Marion, on the other hand, kind of complains about her. I'd like to now enter a vortex where this could be cataclysmic. The chain reaction that results from what I'm about to do could rock the foundation of the planet. Because I'm about to play here on the pre-show a clip from yesterday's pre-show as it aired on the main show. Now, this could create a cycle that will simply never end. So I don't know exactly how it's going to go. But Marion called into the pre-show yesterday. This is Lady Di's best friend, Marion. She called into the pre-show to give some information on Lady Di, and, of course, make it about herself. So, with that, I brought the clip to the Opie and Anthony show, and here's how it went down.
Can I tell you how awful that phone call must have been between her and Bill? What a terrible fucking call. Oh, just her, both of them going back and forth. I try to tell her. Let me tell Bill. Just interrupting each other with what they both making it about themselves. She doesn't want to stop. I keep telling her. If you like clothes, let me tell her she is to stop. Two idiots trying to fucking talk all over each other about how they both told her.
Right.
Got it.
By the way, people also enjoyed the Louis C.K. Impression that Jimmy pushed forward.
I've never wanted to be able to do a voice more than I could.
So
I can't.
No, it worked how you did it. That's why it was so funny. All because of Lady Di, by the way. So for the people that have had it with Lady Di, I don't know what to tell you. Some great shit came out of it yesterday.
So she sat there in her room, pissed and shit herself.
Right.
Yeah. while she was waiting to get on the radio.
And
Again.
Out of control.
And then she probably said, I can't go to the bathroom because then they'll hang up on me. So I'll just shit here.
Shit here.
I think she's one of those type of people.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is there more to the phone call from Marion?
A little bit. On O&A today.
But I'm tell Opie and Anthony, because I know you guys tried to call me yesterday. You tried to call me at home, and you tried to call my cell phone a few times. But these guys called me at a bad time because I was like working really doing things.
Do you see how the fucking meaningless meandering she does? Here's what that should have been. I know you guys tried to call me yesterday.
Right.
Right. You tried to call me home. You tried to call my cell phone, but I was working when you tried to call. Like, you don't have to cover every possible base.
Every scenario.
Yeah, you wanted to call us through the cell tower. The cell tower went to my phone, but it went to voicemail. Shut up. Fucking blathering.
Fan of nonsense talk. I can't be bothered.
It's endless with her.
Right.
Shut up.
Oh my! It's just incessant blather.
Right.
I called me, but I was at work. It was gonna call, but the phone didn't ring because I had a bad fucking get to it.
Oh, Marion, let's go to Snowy. By the way, we survived it. Thank God. Let's go to Snowy in Michigan. What's up, Snowy?
Hey, good morning. I'm sorry.
Yeah, thanks.
You're right, Sam. How you doing?
Good.
I just thinking we all should have as good a friend as Marion to throw us under the bus to the internationally, radio broadcast to give them more ammunition to slam Lady Di.
Yeah, Marion's calling the pre-show as if I'm her friend. Now, if I had a friend, I would be pissed if I was Di that Marion is even privately calling friends to announce that she had shit and piss herself. If I'm Lady Di and Marion is privately calling friends to say, hey, did you hear she just shit and pissed herself? I'm going to be very upset. Now, if I find out that she's doing that on a national radio show, I'm going, what are you doing?
International radio show. Remember, Sam? International.
International.
Exactly. That's a one hell of a friend. I wish, everyone should have a friend like that, I was just saying, what a dolt.
Yeah, they really are. Thanks, Snowy. It's incredible. It's incredible. And Lady Di will probably be calling the Opie and Anthony show today. She briefly called in to the pre-show, to the post-show yesterday. And she did admit that she at least pissed herself. She was waiting on hold to talk on the radio show, said she doesn't bring the phone with her into the bathroom. So explained that she pissed herself. So that's still to come on today's Opie and Anthony show. Seth Rogen was in studio yesterday. We got a guest in today that's going to be good, but Seth Rogen was in yesterday, and there's very few people that are as honest and as approachable as Seth Rogen. He comes in here, and it's like he's a friend of the show. Like, he's not worried about anything. He's not worried about saying the wrong thing. He's just being funny. He's one of the funniest guests that we have on the show, and to be a guy who's in major motion pictures and still be able to be funny is a rare thing. So let's hear Seth Rogen. We were talking about planes, and of course we're able to sneak in some Heather Mills jokes.
Shitty movies do. Yes.
Yeah.
They're way
I watched
better
that
on a
Steve
plane.
Jobs Ashton Kutcher movie on a plane a few days ago, and I was like, this isn't that fucking bad.
That should win an Oscar, goddammit.
Like, good impression.
But it is. I think that's also why those people were laughing at that stewardess that was doing a little stand-up act in the front.
Right.
Exactly.
Again, you're nervous. You're just finding anything you can laugh at.
It's a release.
Take the
To be distracted.
The fact that you're completely out of control of your own existence.
I get so
for that amount of
annoyed
time.
when that shit. Whenever they try to be funny on the plane, or like I saw the video yesterday of like the cast of The Lion King singing on an airplane. I fucking hate. I was like, shut the fuck up! People trying to sleep on this fucking thing. Like, I think I'm gonna die, and the last thing I need is like 30 musical theater assholes fucking singing to me for no reason. It sounds like a nightmare.
Years ago, when Heather Mills was on Dancing with the Stars, whatever she was on,
yeah,
it was one of my favorite stories because she's such a hated woman, and there was a big delay on like a Virgin or a British Airways, and they said as a treat, because she was on with her dance partner, we're going to have someone dance for you. And then she gets up and dances with her dance partner on the plane, and everybody was already annoyed, and they said it was just dead silent. Nobody applauded. Nobody gave her anything. Her and her bum gam.
She put her leg in the overhead and sat back.
How awkward would that be?
All right.
Oh, well, I guess that didn't work.
Can I move your backpack a little bit?
My favorite part of Seth Rogen's awesome appearance yesterday, all of us behind the scenes here at the Opie and Anthony show are obsessed with the movie The Room. And we were just like literally while that clip was playing, Sal and me were just cracking up about it, just doing scenes for each other. If you haven't seen The Room, it's just the classic. It's the worst movie ever made, but the best one as well. I mean, it never gets old. It's not something that you stop watching halfway through. It's amazing. It is amazing that somebody took the time and effort to create this film. And when Seth Rogen brought it up yesterday, it blew all of our minds. I think we were all freaking out behind the scenes that this was as high on his radar as it is, and that he said what he said about James Franco. I think that's what got me excited. Let's play the clip.
You're involved in The Room, the movie The Room, something about it?
Yeah, Franco
great.
Bought. Yeah, great. He one of the guys who made The Room wrote a book about the making of it, Greg Sestero. And so Franco optioned the book and then asked me and Evan, my producing partner, to help him produce a movie based on the book.
So it's going to be a movie based on the making of the movie.
Exactly, yeah.
All right,
this
fantastic.
won't be an expensive movie.
Because that goddamn thing is
unbelievable.
Hilarious.
Yeah, I saw it like 10 years ago, I think, for the first time. Like right when it came out. Like I just moved to LA, and there would be billboards for it and ads and stuff like that. I remember I saw it with Jonah Hill actually randomly, and like we became obsessed with it. Like it was the greatest fucking
that awful
thing
movie, right? We saw clips of that.
Yeah.
We watched.
You watch it and you just trying to figure out what it is.
Well,
like, was this a goof? Is this guy serious?
He's serious.
Oh
yeah, totally serious. But there's something like that's what's interesting about like as we talk about it and work on the movie, like. It's your instinct to just like say like fuck this movie, it's a horrible piece of shit, like why would you do this, like what an idiot. But what's kind of what you can't ignore is that like there's tons of bad movies that aren't watchable and that like no one watches over and over and over again. So like there is something you kind of have to give credit to, because like of all the shitty movies, he made one that like people still watch 10 years later,
love to watch
that
the
people love
shittiness
it.
of
And
it.
so like there is something probably obviously no effort of the guy who made it, but there is something that's oddly brilliant about it in a weird way.
What is that? Because obviously it was sheer accident that it made shitty in a way that people like watching shitty.
Yeah, it's bizarre.
What is that?
I don't know.
I don't get it.
And it's like new shit. Like a lot of movies, like you get the joke 10 minutes in, you're like, I get it, it sucks.
Right.
This movie's not like that.
No.
In 10 minutes, like after 40 minutes, you're just like, it keeps coming up with new ways to be shitty. Like, it's constantly like reinventing the shitty wheel as the movie goes on. Like it's truly amazing.
That's such a good description of it, that it just keeps being more shitty, so you have to keep watching it. There's no moment where you go, okay, I understand what's going on here. Yeah, we got the joke. Let's move on to the next thing. You have to watch it straight through. And, I mean, Seth went on to talk about, that this guy, Tommy Wiseau, is that how you say his last name? Financed the movie himself. He spent $6 million. I think he said $10 million in the interview, but I read $6 million. I don't know how he got the $6 million, but he spent his own $6 million to make this movie, and it's the worst movie ever made. And Seth was saying that he was so unaware of the rule book on how to make film. I mean, he bought all the film equipment. Most of the time people rent, especially independent filmmakers, like either a studio owns the equipment, and so they do, or you rent film equipment. Nobody goes out and purchases film cameras and lighting rigs and all this professional grade film equipment to make these movies. Especially if you're just making one movie independently financed. Why would you purchase this stuff to keep it forever? But Tommy thought, no, I would like to always have these cameras. Oh, I can't wait. If that movie has to be made soon. I can't wait. I cannot wait. Well, Seth Rogen was in yesterday. Big guest today. Guy Fieri makes his return to the show. It's always an event when Guy Fieri is on this radio show. I don't know what to expect, but I do know that it will be memorable. Speaking of memorable, my good friend Marion from the retarded Laverne and Shirley is on the phone. Marion, welcome. Good morning.
Hey, Sam, how are you? Listen, I heard this guy Louie talk about, I don't throw Diane under the bus. I call up because I've tried to help her, and you guys have tried to help her with her problem, okay? Nobody can help her but herself.
Now, you did call yesterday.
These fucking people don't understand what it's like. I know what that. Let me tell you something. If anybody out there wants to help Diane, they'll fucking free everybody because you know what? She's not going to take your fucking help.
Now you,
all right? What's going to happen is I'm going to go up to the studio one day and tell you all that she's in a hospital sick.
Right.
If anybody can suggest, come to Elizabeth, New Jersey, where she fucking lives, and help her, okay? Because you guys tried to help her, and so have I.
Marion, Opie is right about you. You are as tough as nails.
These callers that are calling up saying I throw Diane under the bus. I don't throw her under the bus. Okay?
Well, you did call yesterday to announce to the world that she shit and pissed herself.
I'm trying to tell people that she's starting to get really, really, really sick from alcoholism, all right? If anybody who wants to come to Elizabeth, wants to come to her fucking apartment and take her and get her fucking help, fine. But you know what? She doesn't want help.
No?
Okay? She does not want help from nobody. If people don't understand what alcoholism is, tell them to look it up in a fucking dictionary.
Now, has any comment been made about your bedside manner?
I don't give a shit about my bedside manner. I'm telling you something. I've tried to help her for years. And you guys have tried to help her for years.
True.
And you know something? Like I just said, anybody wants to fucking help her, go to her apartment and try to fucking help her. Because you know what? You don't know her like I do, and they're all fucking assholes.
Yeah, I mean, look, we can't put ourselves on a cross and just be, Marion's gone. She had said her piece, and she decided to hang up the phone. Well, always good to hear from the lovely Marion first thing in the morning. Speaking of lovelies, as I said, Guy Fieri will be on the Opie and Anthony show later today. We also have some video clips that I hope we get to. I talked about it yesterday on the pre-show, and O&A didn't get to it on the main show, but hopefully today they will. Two girls getting into a fight, ending with a shovel thwat to the head. Hopefully we'll get to that today. And it was not mentioned yesterday, but the apology clock. The apology clock is on. We're up to 2 days. Can we make it to 3? Today we find out that we probably can't. No, there may be another apology in the works, and we'll get to that on today's Opie and Anthony show. Let's go to Noel in Massachusetts. Welcome to the show, Noel.
Hey, Sam.
How's it going, buddy?
I got a pretty good idea of who told on Big Fat Disgusting Roland.
Well, I mean, I don't know why you had to preface it with that, but who do you think it was?
I'll just say this. The guy needs to learn how to shut his cake horn.
You think it was Fez?
His cake horn, yes. I think Fezzy told on Roland.
Well, thank you, Noel. There's a lot of, and I don't know why you had to call him Big Fat Disgusting Roland. It seemed unnecessary, but there are a lot of theories as to what happened yesterday at the Guac-Off. Well, technically it happened on Monday, I guess, but we were talking about it yesterday morning on the show. It was Roland's time to shine. Roland walked into Covino and Rich are a show here on Sirius XM, and they do something every May 5th for the last 9 years. They've done an event called the Guac-Off, where they get people from the office and they make guacamole, and then they vote on whose is the best. Now, you may be saying, we do that in our break room here at the Xerox Center. Well, maybe you do, but we do it on the radio here at Sirius XM. A little spice was added to the guac
apron. Yeah. And he has his golden molcajete, his guacamole.
I'm doing it for Mexico, cabrones.
Wow. Now hold on. Roland's talking smack.
Yeah, Roland says you got
He
shit.
said he basically he brought this from the border.
Man, it's probably stinking old, you know? The border's a far way away.
I got it from your grandma's vagina. So
well, it must be real old because she's been dead.
that's a secret sauce.
This is why
Dead Mexican juice.
This is why there's so much bragging rights on the line.
All right.
This has never been an inappropriate contest until now, and you're like, I gotta be a dead grandmother's vagina. Your grandma, she must be old because she's been dead for a while.
Fucking Roland killing on another show. Like, what's that about?
He fired at me. I'm like, all right.
That's funny.
Like the fans that showed up that were sitting in the fishbowl, like I don't know where they got them from, but they were like 4,
probably from a bus stop.
Yeah, 4 overweight women with physical disabilities, like they had crutches and stuff like this. Like they were not used to hearing somebody claim
this brand of humor.
Yeah, that guacamole had come from somebody's grandmother's vagina.
Dead grandmother, yes.
People want to know why you speak much clearer on Covino and Rich. Do we intimidate you or something?
I know.
Little.
I say afternoon.
You could hear the confidence.
It's the afternoon, you're right.
Yeah.
That's when someone fires at me. I'm like, all right, I'll fire back.
Someone's saying you had tequila confidence.
Did you have a little drink?
Yeah. They had it there.
Shit.
Oh, Rolando's. So he was so confident walking in, and he loves to curse at people, too. So just getting the opportunity to do that. But what had happened was somebody in that fishbowl, and I didn't see Fez in that fishbowl, so I can't accuse Fez of ratting out Roland. But Roland won the guac-off, okay? He was named Best Guacamole. And as soon as he won, somebody ratted out Roland to Covino and Rich's guy, who was, I guess they have him running the thing, that he was using a chef's guacamole. This didn't sit well with Club Soda Kenny. That there was somebody in that building that was ratting Roland out to Covino and Rich's guy. Just listen to the tonality in Club Soda Kenny's voice yesterday.
I heard that our new guac-off champion had a chef make his guac. Is this true?
Well.
To be fair, wait. As current holder of the Golden Molcajete, I revoke the title. No!
Boy. It's a riot.
This is crazy! Craziness!
Well,
Pure
stop.
mayhem!
Well, they just kick a kitten.
You heard a rumor like Bananarama.
No.
That's not true.
He's laughing. I'm play poker with this guy.
I got people at the Food Network. What's up?
Folded, Roland.
Yeah, because I wanted to go home. I had enough of their stupidity. I'm tired. I've been here for an extra 3 hours. I'm done.
Oh, man.
So, take your Golden Molcajete.
So who ratted you out? Who ratted him out, Sam?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
Oh, man.
It wasn't anybody associated with this show, but there were people in that room that knew. And we thought they were cool, but they're obviously not.
I want to see the written rules because we got to appeal that decision.
Appealing the decision.
But more importantly, we got to find out who the rat is.
Yes, we don't like rats.
No.
Are we going to find out who the rat was?
Well, I've been told something that I'm going to confirm.
Suspects?
Yes.
Good.
No, I'm going to sit him down. I'm going to give him a shot.
You're going to interrogate him?
No, a shot of liquor. And I'm going to make him tell me, was it Tattaglia or Brazzini?
Brazzini.
But I heard it's a person. I heard a person's name. I'm not going to mention it, but if it's true, this person does not like the show.
Are they on our staff?
Whoa.
They do work here, yes.
Not on the show staff, though.
No. They work for this company, and they do not like the show.
Tim Sabian.
Scott Greenstein.
Oh. I'm not saying it on the air.
Because you got to get to the bottom of it first.
Wow.
Yeah,
Kenny really is taking this investigation.
How do you know they don't like our show?
Seriously.
Because there's been incidents.
What, do they have no funny bone?
Right?
Really?
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Going to take the phone book into the interrogation room? Just beat the body, the face. You don't want to leave bruises.
No, that person's trouble.
As funny as I thought it was, like as much as a goof as I thought it was that people were taking the guacamole contest so seriously, it's even more insane that Kenny is taking the investigation into the guacamole contest as seriously as he is. But Kenny is 0 to 100. There's 2 speeds. 2 speeds. Kenny's full force ahead on finding out who the rat is. Well, we are full force ahead, marching in to today's Opie and Anthony show. It's going to be a great show. All kinds of video clips to get to. Guy Fieri in studio. And I'd really like to hear E-Rock's reaction to Opie's new T-shirt. If you follow Opie on Twitter, you know that for some reason he's decided to be in the T-shirt business, which I thought the radio business was doing well for him, but he's diversifying. I get it. Getting some different revenue streams out there. He's now in the T-shirt business, and I saw on his Twitter account that the Slabo T-shirt is up for pre-order. I mean, this can't sit well with E-Rock. I can't imagine how pissed the guy is. Hopefully we'll find out today when the Opie and Anthony show begins. Conveniently, that's happening right now.